What's going on? My name is Cain the Catalyst. I am a rapper. I specialize in traditional boom bap hip hop. I have always been a fan of hip hop since probably when I was in elementary school. I started writing music when I was 16. That was due to an interesting life event. I fractured my skull. I had to drop out of high school. I had to learn how to walk again. I lost my taste, my hearing, and only permanent damage that incurred was I lost 50% of my childhood memories. So pretty much everything before middle school, I don't remember much of. But the cause and effect was once I got out of the hospital and I was recovering, I started to write music. I had never written music before. I've always been fascinated by hip hop. I mean, everything from the likes of Wu-Tang Clan, Jedi Mind Tricks, a lot of East Coast rappers, but also all the classics, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap. Those are all my inspirations. Gangstar. I could go on forever, but something triggered in my brain where I just had this creative explosion, and from there started writing raps, making mixtapes with my partner, who is the other half of Cain. So my name is Cain the Catalyst. Cain is the acronym for Catalyst Informer. This next project, The Calm Tempest, it should be out this year. It is fully produced by a Polish producer named Ape One. He makes all of his beats on a machine, a Native Instruments machine, all analog, sampling vinyl, and he's also featured on one of the tracks rapping in Polish. I've also got features from a rapper named Danielson from the UK. I've got features from my boy J Raw and Mercury. They're based out of LA. I've got features from a DJ from Poland as well. His name's DJ Cuttahead. And yeah, it's an extensive project. It's 15 songs, 52 minutes, and it's all surrounding the Bushido code, Japanese culture, a lot of combat, warfare, and yeah, I think everybody's gonna dig it. The critical thing about this record, which it's kind of new for me, is I worked with a couple engineers out in LA from a studio called Westlake. It's a major label studio. They've had the likes of Michael Jackson, Rihanna, Beyonce, Platinum Records come out of this studio. I had the blessing and the opportunity to be invited to this studio. I got to meet a lot of the team out there, and the engineer that recorded, mixed, and mastered this entire project, his name is Jose, and he's a master engineer. He's actually won Grammys on a gospel record, and I allowed him to take a lot of creative control over the project, to implement strategies to make it more palatable for the modern day audience. So you're gonna see just very elaborate production, mixing and mastering strategies on this record that I'm very excited about. Where I started rapping, it was with my boy The Informer. We used to rap in his garage. We called it The Dungeon. He was Palestinian and Greek, so we grew up around hookah, smoking hookah in there, and we actually used to, I don't know if I should say this, but we actually used to steal textbooks from the lockers at our school. And what we were trying to do is we were trying to make some money and sell them on eBay or anything that we could. But a lot of these books we were taking were dictionaries, thesauruses, vocabulary books, and when we were writing, we would put a beat on in there, and we would just go back and forth exchanging words that we were learning. And I always think that that's a great reinforcing tool, whether it's reading a dictionary or thesaurus, or it's just reading books, you know, nonfiction, fiction, historical, it doesn't matter. Anytime that your brain is processing words, you're gonna naturally absorb a lot of that information, and then you can apply it in your songwriting. So that's a big thing that helped me, and still to this day, I'm a big reader. I'm an avid reader of all types of books, specifically history and ancient history, but these things have been profound effect on my lyrical prowess. So with New Song Generation, I had the opportunity to join this team with this nonprofit organization, and I think it would be an incredible opportunity to reach out to this younger generation and teach them how to be self-sufficient using recording software, how to set up a microphone, how to do a lot of DIY independent music, whether it's hip hop, R&B, any genre that requires you to record yourself. I think it would be a great chance for these kids to learn and get the confidence and grow and expand their musical talent, learn how to use advanced vocabulary, start reading and writing lyrics. These are all the things that I'd like to incorporate. I believe that music has the ability to change lives in a major way. Well, for example, music for me especially hip hop and my craft, it led me through my path in life, and my trajectory changed based on my involvement and contribution to the music that I was creating. It turned me into a better person. It also helped me conquer a lot of my past trauma and things that I've dealt with in my life. It's truly therapeutic, and it has a major effect and helped me to become a greater person. So I believe we can do the same for these kids.
Darker than the back of the moon, attack soon, catch a glimpse of the future when I'm tracking the tune. As above, so below, in pursuit of a plan, define principle, measure the Vitruvian man.